All right, welcome back to the channel. So Tyson Fury reacts to Anthony Joshua's win and says he wants that fight next, but completely ignores that he's got major Deontay Wilder problems. And quite honestly, so does boxing. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back, welcome back. So it was a very good fight last night or yesterday afternoon by Anthony Joshua and, Anthony Joshua, because Kubrat Pulev got knocked out. But Anthony Joshua looked very, very good in that fight. The fight turned out like I thought it would. I was off on my prediction by 1 round. I thought Kubrat Pulev would get knocked out in the 8th. He winds up getting knocked out in the 9th. So, right around there, but the fight pretty much turned out the way that I thought it would, and so did the aftermath of the fight. 100% sure AJ was going to win that fight. 100% sure after that everybody was going to talk about, or everybody in the UK and the people that want to sell product to people in the UK are going to be talking about Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, despite the fact that Tyson Fury already promised to fight somebody else. And he promised to fight that person in exchange for a shot at the championship belts. And that is what it is. And it doesn't matter to me, at least, how many people in the UK, and I don't really think it's that many, honestly. I think that the press over there in the UK is really pressing to sell that fight because they believe that that fight will make them a lot of money if they can continue and get a lot of people excited about it. But the fact of the matter is that both AJ and Tyson Fury have had a lot of shine knocked off of them over the last year or so. But regardless, the powers that be in the UK boxing, and I'm sure a lot of boxing fans in the UK are going to want to see that fight. The only problem is that it's not right to allow it to happen. And that's just a fact. When Tyson Fury agreed to a rematch clause with Deontay Wilder, that was in exchange for a chance to win the title that he now says is his, that he now says he wants to fight Anthony Joshua with. That is a break of a commitment. And just to let you know, in case you forgot, this is not just something that I think, that I'm just wondering about. He is still in mediation with, excuse me, he's in mediation with Deontay Wilder right now. Bob Arum was saying, hey, we told everybody to slow down and, let's not really go forward with all this legal work yet until we know whether or not, Kubrat Pulev beats Anthony Joshua, because if Kubrat Pulev beats Anthony Joshua will have a rematch clause, and that's where we'll go. But we need to wait till we see what happens. I never needed to wait to see what happens because we knew what the outcome of the fight was. Now what's going to happen, though, is that they're going to go into mediation or continue with mediation, knowing that Anthony Joshua is available for a fight. But I don't think it's going to make any difference because Tyson Fury has already admitted that he accepted the changes in the dates and extended the contract, extended the rematch clause between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury when his team, Bob Arum and Tyson Fury, asked for the fight to be pushed back. Deontay Wilder had an injury. The virus hit. I think the first fight was supposed to be in the July time frame or so. It was originally supposed to be in May, but then Corona happened, and then it got pushed back to July. But then in July, the networks didn't want it because there's no gate, right? You can't go to Vegas and have a bunch of people fly over from the UK to go to Vegas to see the fight. There's no gate. So, and they were competing when they wanted to fight, when Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder were talking about fighting in December. The networks, ESPN and Fox, both said that they didn't want to air that fight in December, that they wanted to air it in February. So Deontay Wilder gives Tyson Fury a chance to fight for that belt that he didn't have to do. In exchange for doing it, he gets a rematch clause. Tyson Fury wants to flake out on the rematch clause, despite the reason that the fight not happening being because there was a pandemic. I don't buy that this judge is going to let this guy just slide by and just go by his merry way and say, "Yeah, well, we're sorry. Our commitments don't mean anything." And even though you're the one that extended it and asked for even though Bob Arum and Top Rank and Fox, the parties that were responsible for funding a large portion of it, they asked for it to be moved forward. Deontay Wilder's the one that's got to pay the price for that. But the truth of the matter is, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder again because Deontay Wilder caught that dude cheating and called him out for it. And that is against the culture of boxing. You're supposed to let the better cheater win. Hey, that guy out-cheated me. I didn't see it on the way in. It is just what it is. But Deontay Wilder didn't take that route. Deontay Wilder's like, I got a rematch, and I'm letting you know going into the rematch, dude, you're not cheating me in the next one. Put your gloves all the way on. Put it, the next fight that you have, we're going to be sticking our hands in your glove to make sure that you don't have it skinned. All of that nonsense, checking your water, all of that. Regardless, Deontay Wilder believed that that was the case, and Deontay Wilder had plenty of evidence to support his beliefs. Even if you may not believe that every single thing is true, or you don't have to believe that everything is true. You can look at that fight, the actual fight that took place, and see what went down. Knew that there was cheating just looking what's going on in the ring. But for Tyson Fury to try to skate out of it, right, claiming the contract's just expired. This all out the blue. The contract expired. I'm done. I want to fight somebody December 5th. I can't wait, right? Isn't that the reason why Tyson Fury said he didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder? Because he couldn't wait. He was too antsy. No, you keep making me wait and wait. I'm not going to wait forever. Dude, how long do you think you got to wait for this Anthony Joshua fight? Anthony Joshua just fought, right? This is December. He's not going to fight for another 6 months. That's June, July. When do you think that you're going to fight him, right? You're going to wait until the crowds come back. And on top of it, the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight is not going to happen with even 1,000 people in the crowd, right? You're going to need, in order in the UK to make significant money off of that, you're going to need the full 100,000 people there, man. Now, the pay-per-views, I don't doubt at all that the pay-per-view would do very well, and they will charge a lot of money, like $25 for 1.5 million. They'll charge $25 and do about 1.5 million, say 2 million pay-per-view buys out of the UK for that fight, right? 2 million at $25 a pop. That's, what is that? 25 million. That's a $50 million fight there. Plus, what do you get, the gate of another? That's like a $55 million fight. That's the biggest fight that you can possibly make in the UK. That is not as big as a Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight in the United States. It's a smaller fight. So, and it's a smaller fight that it's a bigger fight that you're contractually obligated to take. So, but anyway, I understand British boxing media trying to push, oh, that's the big fight. That's the big fight. That's all we care about. No, it ain't all we care about. It's not. And you can say it's all we care about, all you care to say that, right? But it's not all we care about. The best heavyweights, the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury cheated. He cheated very blatantly. And on top of it, he has a rematch clause. We were all promised for the money that we paid that we would see a third fight. You guys in the UK just trying to, well, we just don't believe that that's necessary anymore. No, man, do what's right, man. Well, I don't anticipate Tyson Fury doing what's right or Bob Arum doing what's right. I anticipate them doing what they're told by that judge. And Bob Arum ain't going to play with it. Tyson Fury might play with it. Bob Arum's not going to play with it. But, we'll see how it goes down. I just find it really, really interesting, man, that that Tyson Fury, who is without a doubt the biggest cheater of this century, man, that the media will just continually ignore it. And they're so obviously in bed with the promoters, and they're so obviously hand in hand in trying to sell boxing fans a load of malarkey. It's just hilarious to me, man. But we'll see over the next week, 2 weeks, what happens in court. I'm sure that things will start coming out. Bob Arum said that he was going to start working on the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight come Monday. Yeah, you're going to start working on it, and you're going to start working on it in a meeting with Deontay Wilder, because you, my friend, are pinned down to that deal. If you weren't pinned down, you wouldn't be in mediation. And if the mediation doesn't work, you still got to go to arbitration. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think. And with that, I'm out. Peace.